I discovered some very interesting statistics. 75% of the people do not know what they want. I have discovered that perhaps the most confusing question to ask a person is, what do you want? Try it sometimes on somebody who's complaining. Well, things are not going right. I don't have this. I don't have that. I wanted to be this. I wanted to be that, but things didn't work out, blah, 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 and boo, boo, boo. Well, just stop and cut right there and say, well, what do you want? I told you this some time ago. We were at a very luxurious French restaurant in Beverly Hills, and there were several people sitting at the table with me. And they brought out those big menus with some of everything on it that heart could desire. And one young man sat there and looked at that menu that had every suggestion almost imaginable on it. And finally, when it was his time to give his order, and the captain said to him, what do you want? He looked up bewildered and said, I don't know what I want. I want every one of you to know that life hands you a menu. Say with me, the menu of life is in my hand. The menu of life is in my hand. Say it again, the menu of life is in my hand. And you see, God has placed the menu of life in your hand. Somewhere in the Old Testament, God says, behold, I set before you both good and evil, death and life. And Joshua said, what? Choose you this day. I say the greatest cause for people not getting what they want is that they do not make a direct choice, a definite, positive choice. The menu of life is in your hand. And Jesus said to the blind man in the text we just read, what do you want that I should do unto you? I hear you praying. You see, that's another thing. Prayer that is not definite and positive is not good enough. It's a beautiful habit to go to church and to practice your various religious rituals that help you. But you must have a sense of direction. What are you doing it for? It isn't even enough to call Jesus unless you know your purpose. See, even the blind man was praying without a specific purpose stated, except for mercy, which is rather general. We all need it every once in a while. But you got to be specific because you can't eat mercy for breakfast. As I say, mercy is good. We all need it. And Jesus was really saying to the man who was praying, have mercy on me, he was really saying to him, man, you ain't said nothing yet. In the text, Jesus brought the man to a point of decision, a point of choice. And he said, Lord, that I might receive my sight. And the Bible said, then Jesus touched his eyes and he received his sight. But he didn't get his prayers answered until he became definite and positive. 75% of the people don't know what they want. This is a pathetic class who is dependent upon dumb luck. Well, I hope my luck holds out. And you look at other people who are definite and positive and who work toward what they want, both mentally and otherwise, and say, I wish I was that lucky. Lucky? You've got to be definite and positive in your choice. Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter and the 15th verse. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, death and evil. In other words, the menu of life is in your hand. Say that. The menu of life is in my hands. It's all set before you. You can be poor or you can be rich. If you want to be poor, don't blame anybody else. Just go on and be poor and don't complain. I'll never forget at Lovely Hill Baptist Church when I was a little boy. The lady sang the song, you've got to live forever somewhere, either with the angels in heaven or the demons in hell. I made my choice. And I thought about that, and I think about that from time to time whenever fear or irritation or aggravation or negative emotions come to my mind. You see, because the demons in hell are not under the ground. The demons in hell are right in your mind. See, heaven and hell are in you. You can choose either one. And I decide right there, I am not going to live with the demons of fear. I'm not going to live with the demons of irritation. declaration, I'm going to live with the angels in heaven. And who are the angels? They're God's thoughts in the mind. The thoughts of good, thoughts of health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, yes, and that good old money. That's what I'm going to live with. And you see, every man, every mind has to live forever somewhere. But the choice is yours. You've got to make a choice. What do you want? Well, I would like to be prosperous, but get your butt out of the way. And that's what people have been doing. They've been just butting their good away from it. Pick up that tape out before you go home by Reverend Ike. Get your butt out of the way and make a decision. Live by science, not by dumb luck. Now, here's another 15% of the people who know what they want, but they don't write it down. They're too busy working their butts off to work their minds. But to work the behind without working the mind is not very productive. That is so good, I'm going to say it again. Are you with me? Repeat it after me. To work the behind without working the mind is not very productive. I don't have time to write it down. You'd better stop and write it down. Now, there are 7% of the people who know what they want and they write it down. And the upper 3% of the people who get what they want do 3 things. If you want to be successful, study successful people and practice monkey see, monkey do. And that's all right as long as monkey sees the right thing and monkey does the right thing. You just be sure that monkey sees the right thing and that monkey does the right thing. And I'm a believer in studying successful people, prosperous people, happy people. And to go behind that and say, hey, what principles is this person? What are the principles this person's using? You see, because it's not just dumb luck, there's principle behind it. The upper 3% of the people who get what they want do 3 things. Number 1, what? They know what they want. People who go out to drill oil wells, there is no doubt about it. They know exactly what they want. I read the one time that most people are definite and positive is just usually when they go to the bathroom. Why? Because they know exactly what they had went to do. There's no doubt about it. They know exactly what their purpose is. So you think about this every time. You see, you can use that experience. So that's a mundane experience, but it's a mundane experience that you can make something positive out of from now on. Every time you go there, it says, now I know exactly what I've come here to do. And this is exactly what I must know about everything in my life. So the people who get what they want, first of all, what? Know what they want. Secondly, they what? Write it down. And thirdly, they what? Review it frequently. So here are the 3 techniques for getting what you want. And these are techniques, these are ways and means that you are going to have to put to use. Know exactly what you want. Decide, see, feel, and say what you want. The old Pentecostal hymn says, Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. You see, it's not enough for Jesus to be on the main line. You must what? Tell him what you want. What do you want me to do for you? The Master says, that I may receive my sight. Use your power of description to get what you want. You see, there is power in your describing what you want. That's why you're to know it, you're to write it down, and you're to review it frequently. I've told you one of the techniques that I've practiced over the past few months, and it's wonderful. I read all of my goals onto a tape recorder and recorded it. And I have 9 auto-reverse tape recorders, and I've got it on both sides of the tape, various affirmations and so on. And I play it on the subliminal level all night, most every night. That helps me to review what I want. I don't say that I want so-and-so. I affirm that I have it. I feel that I already have it. I see that I already have it, so that I impress upon my subconscious mind that I already have what I want.